Okay, now it's time for mindset number 3, and this one sometimes is problematic for many of us. It was problematic for me. You probably got into this business, into this industry, and you're watching this, into this profession because you liked numbers. Many of us came through an accounting background or a finance background, right? We liked numbers. We thought we were good at numbers. We thought this was a numbers job. It turns out it's not. It's a feelings job. And so mindset number 3, in the mindset shift we need to make as we get prepared and in the right headspace to hold an amazing first meetings, we have to shift from numbers to feelings. Now, I want you to understand something. That in no way diminishes the need to be a technical rock star. It's in no way diminishes the need for numbers to be important, to know how to use the spreadsheet and calculator. And you've got to hold two truths in your mind at the same time. You've got to be a technical rock star. And none of that matters as much as feelings, right? Numbers to feelings. I used to have a goal. This was sort of tongue-in-cheek, but kind of not. That someone was going to cry in the first meeting, and it wasn't going to be me. Right? When we hold a good first meeting, which allows people to really the space, and I know no one comes in asking for this. No one comes in. Have you ever had anybody come into your office and say, "Hi, I'm here to cry on your couch," or "I need space to talk about money"? I know they don't do that. They come in typically with this acute problem of "What have you got for me, kid?" And it's around performance and portfolio and solve a problem, solve a problem, solve a problem. But we all know that we can't solve those problems until we thoroughly diagnose. Why are we solving them? What are we solving for? Right? And when we start asking questions like that, we get into some feelings. There's shame, and there's blame, and there's fear, and there's greed, and there's all sorts of money equals feelings. It's emotional. Even something as simple as a balance sheet. We think like, oh, that's an objective measure of where you are. It's numbers on a page. Every one of those numbers tells a story. Every one of those numbers tells a story. So look, it's not that you have to do much different. It's just that, remember, these are humans with worries. These are people who money keeps them up at night. Sometimes it's the most exciting thing that gets them out of bed. Actually, things funded with dollars is everything. Time with their kids, their health. Unfortunately, right? It's the world we swim in. It's the water we swim in. Money is, unfortunately. And so just realize, let's just make this shift. Just soften a bit and realize we're going to shift a little bit from just straight numbers to understanding that part of a thorough diagnosis is to understand feelings. So the mindset shift we're making is from numbers to feelings. And I want to emphasize this. It's like numbers and feelings. And the reason I've stated as a mindset shift like numbers to feelings is because we hardly ever talk about it in our industry. We're not allowed to talk. Like, this is a spreadsheet job, isn't it? No, it's not. I've been in the office doing consulting work when a financial advisor will come out of the office and typically go to like the first person sitting nearby, which is often an assistant, and say, "There's someone crying in there. What do I do?" You know what I mean? Like, all I asked about was your balance sheet, and suddenly somebody's crying. Well, and that may not have happened to you, but if it hasn't, it's coming your way. But my point here is, as we diagnose, and particularly as we help people get clear about why they're doing what they're doing, right, we're going to touch on things that are not just fitting in the spreadsheet. I mean, one more example. Why does the crazy client want to pay off their mortgage? You know what I mean? Like, mortgage rates. I'm actively paying down my mortgage. My mortgage is at 3.5%. I know people with mortgages in the 2s that are paying them down. That's crazy. That doesn't fit in a spreadsheet. Well, it's a feeling, right? It's a feeling. So we're going to make this shift from numbers and feelings. Carl here. So for years, I've been traveling all over the world, meeting with financial advisors just like you, and teaching workshops at FPA events and big conferences and small conferences all over the world. about things like marketing, business development, doing work in public, having a great first meeting, helping clients behave for life, all the things I did while I was a financial advisor. People are like, yeah, love it, shaking their heads, yes, great. And then there's this moment, it's almost like deer in the headlights moment, where like, but wait, we don't know what to say. So after thousands of requests, we finally put together this thing called the School of Advice. I think of it as an encyclopedia set, all the way from stranger to prospect, prospect to client, keeping clients happy for life. The whole client life cycle is wrapped up in the School of Advice with a thread running through the whole thing around client communication. I think you would love it, right? It's there for you to access anytime. You get immediate access to the entire thing, and you have access for life. It's yours. Use it, right? I think you'd love it. In fact, I'm so sure that we've put together a free trial so that you can see for yourself. So come on, take the free trial of the School of Advice and let me know what you think. Cheers, my friend.